So we're back again, 24 hours later. Thank you guys for the views and likes and comments on my last video about Sargon. I do want to apologize for the audio in that video because I changed my mic settings because I was experimenting for these past few videos with different mics, and I think I have the correct one now, so I'm just gonna stick to this one. You know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? So we have our daily duties. You know the drill. Everybody who's a ROKer, you come in here, you get your resources, you know, you do all your account maintenance, and just get that going. So yeah, I mean, let's talk a little bit about Sargon while I'm doing all these things. And I got some gold missing that I probably should make, but I don't know, man. I gotta tell you, I'm not really impressed. You know, a lot has been made of what Sargon was expected to be in terms of, you know, what he was supposed to represent to us all. We've been playing with a essentially second, third generation commander in 𝗥𝗜𝗦𝗘, who, don't get me wrong, is the best infantry commander hands down in the game, but that's also a problem, right? I mean, how long has it been since 𝗥𝗦𝗦𝗘 was released to the game? Like, for those of us in older kingdoms, that was a gazillion years ago, right? So I got my 𝗥𝗦𝗦 12/28 of 2020. We're about to hit 2023 right now as this video is being currently recorded. So almost wow. It'll be 3 years next year. And, you know, not that I'm complaining, because I do appreciate the fact that Lilith is, you know, I mean, they struggled with releasing a lot of commanders into the game too quickly, but then they slowed it down. And I am appreciative of them for that, because they could have made it so that this game was like Game of War, or that other game with like the Arnold Schwarzenegger guy that came out a minute ago, Mobile Strike. Now Mobile Strike was notorious for rapid release of technology and commanders. So you know how we only have T5s, right? Well, in Mobile Strike, they're on like T500. Literally, like, it's no joke. Go download the game, you'll be able to see it. And all of like the troops and technology, in terms of the technology, it's just so far crazy. And then the gear, oh my god. Like, do you know how long gear has been? I mean, gear has been always relevant, I think, in Rise of Kingdoms, but I'll give you an example. The best gear you can get, hands down in the game, right, is if you special crit this helmet, or you special crit these pants for I apologize, not archer, cavalry, right? Everybody knows this, right? The best pieces of gears, and it's been like that. And it's not like the Lilith has released new gear in order to be able to get, because most people haven't even figured out how to optimize the gear that's currently in the game. So the pace of play is vitally important. And that's one of the things, you know, we all, you know, look, a lot of people have been really critical of Lilith over a lot of things that they do, and, you know, rightfully so, when they deserve to get criticized. But I think in a lot of cases they deserve a lot of credit, you know, for not being as aggressively greedy as other game developers and studios have been traditionally, right? We still have T5s. Let's be thankful for that T6s haven't been introduced, right? They did, there now. Don't get me wrong. There is power creep, obviously, with the VIP levels, right? VIP, 18. What was it? 17, 18. Yeah, with VIP 18 having been released, that was something. Hopefully, they don't release VIP 19 for a very long time. And that's the other thing. Like the VIP and Mobile Strike is like VIP probably 10,000 at this point. So like it's crazy. They find other ways to monetize the game and get their money without having to drop new stuff all the time, right? The pace of game is really important in these type of games. Now, a legitimate argument could be made that you do get less values from the bundle as opposed to other games, and I think 𝗥𝗦𝗢𝗏 alluded to this in the video he made earlier. If you're playing, a different game, if you were to spend, $300 to $600 in Rise of Kingdoms, you're basically pissing in the ocean, right? It's not going to really get you anywhere in terms of real value. I mean, you have to sustain a budget, a monthly budget in Rise of Kingdoms to really make a difference in terms of how your account progresses. So, just the daily purchases alone are going to, put you at almost $200 a month. Then if you want to get you got to get the gems, the daily gem bundle. That's another $10. Then if you want to get other things to optimize your account, I mean, it could be really expensive. I mean, a sustained budget of $600 to $800 a month would probably put you in the middle of the road after 6 months of having done that. Because think about it, people, ooh, wow, look at this undefeatedness in Season Canyon. I like that. But yeah, I mean, the level of spend, and then it's not about just spending money, it's about being efficient with your spending and doing the right things with your materials, with your gems, with your because the goal is to get efficient trades in battle, right? Because if you're not going to get efficient trades, that means your resources are going to get wasted and consumed much faster. You're going to lose potentially troops. You're not going to get your kills up. Like this whole game centers and focuses around combat mechanics and strategy around what's the best way to grow your account, to preserve your account. And then you have to do all of that in the context of a kingdom, right? And most kingdoms have rules and regulations and things you can and can't do. And, you have to, send so many troops to die in battle every KVK, and you have to do this and you have to do that. And to me, and I'm probably about to go off on a tangent. I'm probably gonna have a whole nother video dedicated to this topic, but there seems to be a contingent of, you got free to players, you got big spenders, you got medium spenders, you got low spenders, and we play this game to fight, make no question about it. However, it is a game first and foremost, and number two, people spend their hard-earned money. So to sit there and tell somebody, I'm going to destroy your investment if you don't do what I want you to do, I don't know if I can be with that, right? So and I get it. I get that people can't hold the kingdom down. I get that you have to have, rules and continuity. I get that people got to focus on singular goals and work as a team. And I get that. I really do. But at the same time, I feel like some people, and I get that people spend money in this game competitively to try to competitively as a team do different things. So you might have a casual player that you feel doesn't have that same passion or desire to take their gaming up to that level. And it's just not fair to require the same thing of free to play or low spenders that you do of whales that can just replace all of their resources between KVKs just like that. Especially if people are now trying to do back-to-back KVKs for iconic crystals so they can get advantages that way. So there's a lot of nuances that come into this game, and let me know in the comments what you guys feel about requirements and kingdoms zeroing people for dumb stuff in some people's eyes, and the different things that go back and forth. And I want to have I want to start a dialogue around that, because you can demoralize a casual contributor doing that, and you might not appreciate a casual contributor as much as you appreciate a whale or big spender or someone who's perpetually contributing. But every little bit helps in a KVK. Those troops that the kingdom zeroed from an 80 million power account that didn't do nothing, well, what if they could contribute next KVK? Or what if they could, you know what I mean? Those are just dead troops that are just gone, right? And they didn't serve the kingdom, right? Even if it's that's the way I look at it. If you zero someone for not participating in KVK, first of all, you gotta figure out why they didn't participate, right? Were they just jerking off in the corner somewhere and just F this kingdom? Or did they have a personal situation, or what really happened? And then from there, I think you start to, create a path towards some type of dialogue that either ends in them, saying, hey, okay, well, you didn't meet the requirements this KVK. Maybe next KVK you got to do a little bit extra, or whatever the case may be, or something. But I think zeroing people for not participating in KVK, and I get the whole thing with migration and the Imperium, and you got to shed the dead weight. Trust me, I get that. But I think there's cases where if zeroing can be avoided, it should be avoided, because destroying someone's financial investment is never okay. And if you do it in KVK, right? If you see an enemy, you zero them, sure. But those are the engagement. That's what the game was created for. The game was not created for you to be killed by your allies, right? So if zeroing can be avoided, I would try to at least avoid it at all costs. Particularly if it's somebody that the kingdom has known for a long time and they've helped out and they've done things. I just feel people should be given the benefit of the doubt in some cases. And if you have someone who's rogue, oh yeah, by all means, you can zero them. But then you can cause somebody to go rogue by doing certain stuff. It's just very nuanced. It's very situational, and I don't want to make any declarations about what should or shouldn't happen, because again, every situation is different, and we really don't know, right? But I would say overall, I'm kind of against zeroing people in your own kingdom unless it's very specific circumstances. So yeah, that's kind of my little rant for today. Trying to figure out how to do these Korok trial things and talk to you guys and rant, and have some meaningful content here as well. I do want to have guests on at some point. If anybody wants to be my first guest, let me know. And I can bring you on and we can talk about different topics that affect the game, updates, patches, commander impact, future plans for the game, some things that you might like to see happen in the game. That would be pretty sweet too. So, but yeah, back to the subject of Sargon. I mean, between yesterday and today, because I made the video yesterday and I posted it, and it was actually the best performing video in 24 hours to date on my channel. So thank you guys for that. But I don't know, man. Sargon is kind of I mean, you really got to get him to 5.55.1 before you can really start to use him in the open field. It looks like, if that's even where you want to use him at all, because his damage over time makes it so that it's not advantageous. If you got to hit something that that's moving, like if you're trying to hit a moving target, like a cavalry commander or something, I don't know. Maybe if you're focusing something down, you can use Sargon. Like, I don't know. Matter of fact, let me try something here, because I don't know if this is gonna work. But let me see. Where's Sargon? No, not Herman. I said Sargon. Let's get this man some gear. I'm gonna have to steal the sucky gear from Alexander the Great, because I really don't have 3 sets of infantry gear, because I mixed my commanders. So yeah. Oh, I don't think I could do it because he's not in the city. Okay, great. So now I have to come back. Just everybody go home. All right. Come on, Sargon. And I'm actually mad I put a lot of universal sculptures into him yesterday, and I'm kind of upset I did that, because I'm now down to like 500 sculptures, and honestly, in order for me to carry out my mandate of next KVK being able to max both Nevsky and CPO, I need at least 650 sculptures. So kind of mad at myself right now. I don't know if I should be able to recover those sculptures by that time. And you might say, why are you putting archer gear on an infantry commander? Well, that's because I had a piece of archer gear laying around, and if you notice, it also gives infantry 5% defense, but you know, that's a topic for another day. Alright, and then we need to give you the blue shield because Charles doesn't need it. And then we got these pants. This is like the worst gear in American history, but don't mind that. You know, I'm trying to make a point here. I realize that this gear is tremendously not what you want to see in terms of a gear on your commander, but I got to do this. Alright. First of all, guys, when is... I don't like that march speed. And Alex is actually a fast walker, so for him to be that slow, I don't know. That's why you need the 3rd skill, and I can't objectively judge because I don't have Sargon's 3rd skill. So can't wait to max CPO and have him with Guan. See, oh man, it's gonna be crazy. And then Guan can get away from structures very quickly if you have him maxed. I know a lot of people have him like 5.5, 1.5, or at least that's the goal, but that's so hard to do. I tried that, believe me, it didn't work, and I had to end up expertise in him. And you know, if you ask me, do I regret expertise in Guan? I do not. Because actually his heal when he leaves battle and his quickness from leaving structures and nodes helps you get away in the field. I mean, Guan, the fact that Guan has been this good for this long is outrageous. I mean, he really doesn't get enough credit for everything he does and what he means to us. And in particular, infantry players, I know they adore him. He's the centerpiece of any lineup in terms of infantry. Probably the first march you bring out is gotta be if you're working in the meta, it's got to be 𝗥𝗦𝗡𝗙𝗚, right? I mean, that's definitely where you want to be at. I just wish Sargon did AoE, man. Golly, he needs to be with. You can't. Oh, I was gonna say, nope. It doesn't look like you can put him with Alex, because he look how fast he melts. I mean, that melting is pretty, like, oof. I don't like that at all. I mean, this is just not good. I mean, Alex is not tanky at all. I mean, he's got the little shield thing, but that only gets you so far. I mean, Guan Alex is bare. Look at that. Look at that. Not that, you know, I mean, my Guan has much better gear and he's melting. It's more of this challenge, but I hope I can kill him in the time allotted. Yeah, I'll just put you two together because that's just a better pair. You know, Sargon is, I don't know. It's going to be tricky trying to place him. It really is. Let's get some Saladin going because he's tanky. Where's my other march at? Oh, there we go. Dang. This dude is just waxing my people. Like, what is this? Godly. What level is this? This is nuts, man. There's no way I should be getting waxed like this. I mean, I know this is hell level, but still. Golly. I mean, look how quickly he's sending my commanders back. This is nuts, man. Look at this, is ridiculous. Sheesh. Only get 100,000 crystals for that, man. I mean, this is hell difficulty though, so. Whew. How many more days left in this KVK? Like 3 or 2? Oh, well, dang. 23 hours. Ah, it's over. Gotta get to farming like crazy because this off season. I mean, in order, look, you see where I'm at in resources. I mean, 1 billion food, 1 billion wood, 390 million stone, and 4 million gold. There is no way that a 70 million power account can compete at a high level in KVK with those type of resources. So I don't know that I'm gonna, like, to even be viable for a decent amount of time with field fighting and sending troops to die. You need at least 2 billion of each resources. That's the bare minimum to sustain a good, decent KVK worth of meeting your requirements. Now, if you're talking about 30 million kills and all type of other stuff, then you're going to need 3 to 4 to 5 billion of each resource. So, but then if you're fighting efficiently, like, and that all goes back to, you know, being efficient with your stuff. Like, that's why I have 𝗕𝗨𝗦𝗘. Ooh, yeah, sculpture. That's why I'm on the daily offer. I'm buying 𝗕𝗨𝗦𝗘 because you just get a lot of positive trades with that pair for some reason. Now, I don't know that you'll trade positive against the new commanders because those 𝗕𝗨𝗦𝗘 doesn't win against the meta commanders. Don't get me wrong, but there's a place for him. If you see a city lacking in KVK, you can definitely zero them without much problem. I mean, so that's cool. Oh man, why did I do that? I don't know. I just need to get my daily requirement stuff done. So I gotta kill these barbs. I didn't have like no AP, so like my AP is like super low. See, I got nothing. Like, so my honor sucks. I tried to do something. I was actually zeroed. I didn't start this KVK. I started this KVK at what, 60, 59, 60 million power? Yeah, between 59 and 60 million power. So I didn't have anything. And I just been growing throughout the KVK. But I'm just now getting back into it. So I can be prepared for next KVK. Just stacking up. Getting everything together. Kill these barbs. Damn, I wish I wouldn't have wasted those sculptures on Sargon yesterday, man. I should have waited. It looks like he's going to be a specialty commander that basically he's going to be a toy of the wealthy. I don't think he's somebody you should prioritize, because it's like, who are you going to replace him with? Like, he's not going to replace 𝗥𝗦𝗦𝗘. He's not good enough to have you split 𝗥𝗦𝗦𝗘 CPO. And you can't put him with Alex because that would be too squishy. So what do you do with him? I mean, I was seeing people post that you should put him with Harold or like something like that, but Harold needs to be with 𝗥𝗦𝗢 so you can cheeseburger and act like an infantry 𝗕𝗨𝗦𝗧𝗘𝗗. But I mean, I don't know, man. I really don't know, because overall, I mean, I can't get him to 5.5.5.1, so, and he doesn't do AoE, so you have to put him with someone who does, and there's not like a ton of people who do it. I mean, the only thing I can think of for me personally is you put CPO. Let me see how he does primary with CPO. Let's see if I can take anybody out in the standings. Probably not. Although I want to, but all these are like tough outs, and I don't want to end up losing because I need to stay in the top 100. See, all that swinging with no AoE, man. They just needed to have a simpler enemy. Okay, well, this is kind of okay. I mean, any way you want to slice it, Sargon CPO or CPO Sargon is probably going to be the jam. But then, who the hell am I going to put 𝗥𝗦𝗦𝗧𝗘𝗗 with? Alex? That's not, I mean, that's a good couple, but they're squishy anymore. I mean, it's like Sargon was made to be with CPO or something, but I can't put them together because that's going to take away from the 𝗥𝗦𝗦𝗧𝗘𝗗. I don't know, man. I'm having a commander conundrum here. Like, CPO Sargon or Sargon CPO seems to be the jam. Now, it could be that Sargon is just made to be with the other commander. Oh, snaps, what did I get? Achievement. Spend 30 million crystals and accumulate 30,000 individual honor points. Boo. Honor sucks. I spent 40 million crystals. Wow. That is insane. So, let me see something, because... And as you get further and further in the technology, you can't do much with certain amounts of crystals because everything is done already. Oh, this is 2 million? No, sorry, but I don't have nowhere near that. Oh, I could do this. But then again, no, I can't do that. I can't do that unless I do that, and can't do that unless I do that, which I'm not going to put anything into that right now. Lilith needs to make it so that you don't need to do, like, what? Who needs siege? I know that they said, oh yeah, we're going to make siege units more important so that the technology will be worth it. Rather than making it so that it's not a prerequisite, we're just going to make it more important so that you guys can stop complaining about it being a prerequisite. But is it going to be, though? Like, is siege ever really going to be a thing? Is it really? I don't know about that, Lilith. Yeah, they're basically saying, I feel like they're saying, get off our back about it. I mean, it would be nice if you made siege relevant, but they're weak to every other unit, so I don't know how you do that without changing that. Because if you switch the balance of, you gotta be like, what can they do with siege without changing the balance and structure of power in the game, if you really think about it? I guess I have no choice. But yeah, Sargon, man, I don't know. I feel like preliminarily, at least, I should have saved my sculptures. I feel like he's probably gonna go good with the rally commander from the Mightiest Governor event. I didn't try a Sargon primary yesterday because I didn't have him level 60, but today I do, so we'll see. I didn't realize I had so many experience tomes. Like, I really took him to 60 with no problem. Like, I didn't even have to sweat having anything left over, or, like, you know, experience tomes is no longer a bottleneck for me, I'll say that. So starting off, his normal attack damage is not impressive, 19,000. We really like it to be 20 or above. Okay, some nice damage out the gate in terms of red numbers. That's pretty good. Okay, that 90,000, 36, 36, 28. Okay, I can live with that. How long is he going to sustain that level of damage, though? And what I do is I try to look at, and mind you, there's a troop expansion, so I would take these results with a grain of salt, but if you can come into Canyon and beat a city in less than 2 minutes and 45 seconds, I consider that a viable rally. If you can't do it, I wouldn't use that as a rally pair. Not that I'm saying that this is a rally pair, because obviously it's not, and nobody would use this pair to rally a city in real life, but we got 2 minutes 38, 37. How many troops left over? 1.38. 2 minutes and 33 seconds exactly. That's not a viable rally pair. And what I mean by that, I mean, if you look by comparison, I mean, it's not even close. Like, 𝗕𝗥𝗦𝗘, like, look at this. Look at these results. And by the way, it should be noted that my Joan is only, what, 5, 1, 3, 4? I know my Joan got messed up. It was a big mistake. I made a video about it. But anyway, look at that, 32, 32. That's the Ring of Doom. I have a special talented Ring of Doom. It's nasty stuff. 32,000 in normal attack damage. That's some 𝗕𝗨𝗦𝗘 numbers right there. That's why I see why people use Ring of Doom for rallying. And I have a special talented Ring of Doom. Oh man, disgusting. I gotta get that 4th skill. Oh, 100,000. Now the real ralliers and the real people who do this will have, like, if everybody's maxed and you have the best gear, you'll be hitting like 200,000 instead of 100,000. And there's a troop expansion. Look at this. 2 minutes and 48 seconds, 46, 45 seconds, 44, 43. Yep. So almost 10 seconds better. And that even pales into comparison with 𝗕𝗨𝗦𝗧𝗘𝗗. I wish my I wish my 𝗕𝗏𝗏 was maxed, because let me tell you something, that museum buff with Mehmed actually is the real way to say it. Oh man, I mean, Mehmed was created to destroy cities in the first place. So you put Mehmed with somebody like 𝗕𝗏𝗏𝗡. Imagine if 𝗕𝗏𝗏𝗡 was maxed. All that skill damage buffs is just sick. Mehmed makes it so that you look at that 115 on the first wave. Look at that 27,000, 21, 67. I mean, these numbers is just 129 because you get 20% more skill damage with Mehmed. And my 𝗕𝗏𝗏𝗡's not even maxed. If my 𝗕𝗏𝗏𝗡 was maxed, you'd be seeing like 200,000 damage factor in red instead of just 100 and something. Look, I mean, I wish this was a viable rally combo in real life. I mean, you could never get away with doing this unless nobody was around the city or objective you were rallying, because you would just get swarmed down. Look at that. 1,000,005 left and 2 minutes and 43 seconds. I mean, it's just crazy. But yeah, I don't want this video to be super long because it's a pain in the ass to edit 20, 30, 40-minute videos. But yeah, I just wanted to follow up on the video from yesterday, and those are some of my thoughts and things. Let me know in the comments what you think about Sargon, best pairs, all of that. And we'll keep tracking it. We'll keep trying to learn and get better and see what we can do. But we really need to have him at 5551 to really get a sense of really what to do with him. I mean, the fact that he doesn't do AoE and he just does damage over time, and I mean, you do get health and you get a little bit of defense over here. Well, no, you don't get defense until you get to the 4th skill, and even that's like 10% defense. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments.